Hello everyone, my name is Matter18 and welcome to the elevator game with the funny little Catgirls, the demons, the girls of the nine, the girls with the fucking ass of the fluff ones. Before we start the actual video, the game, the thing that we're doing, I do just want to apologize in advance. Listen, I know schedule side bullshit, I post whenever I want, but listen, I actually do want to apologize just a tad bit if it's been a minute since I've recorded. I'm not gonna lie, the little goblin that I am, the green little shit of the nine, I may not have been no-lifing the shit out of Persona 5, brilliant game, but I might have spent like 2.5 weeks just no-lifing the actual shit of it. Beat it. I've also did New Game Plus. I have 140 hours in the game. So listen, I've been no-lifing the shit out of some things, so I do apologize. My attention span has been somewhere else, but now that I finally got that bullshit brilliant game, bullshit out of the way, I finally have some time now to focus on this fucking game. Dear God. Also, I gotta say, I am incredibly excited for this. For those who do not remember, listen, does not. It's the same thing, is it not? Maybe. But for those who actually do not remember, I played the original demo for this game a long time ago. If I recall, that video went out at the very beginning, like literally the first day of the year 2020. So it has been a minute since I've touched this. 2020, no, actually that's a lie. Sorry, wrong. Actually, no, did it? Because I didn't do YouTube back then. It was the beginning of 2021. The story changes. Nevertheless, though, it still has been a minute since I've actually touched this game, and I have been waiting for it for a good minute. I'm really excited that this game has fully come out, and we can now jump into it and try some fun. So obviously, enough of the bullshit. We're gonna jump straight into it. Enjoy the darkness that looms. Disclaimer, this is a work of fiction. You saying it's not real? How dare you? Name, character, business, listen, blah, blah. Listen, it's purely coincidental. I get it. Hint, fuck your hint, fuck your details. Listen, I don't even know these bullshit, okay? Listen, it's a visual. Listen, I know visual. It's been a visual. We just hopped off of a visual while playing another one. Listen, I love my visuals. Listen, it's a visuals. I don't need your fucking name. How detailed can a visual really be? Are there gonna be puzzles? Story elements? It's a cold winter night. The snow started to fall a couple hours ago, so the cityscape is littered with a layer of white fluffy snow. It crunches under my feet, sorry, as we walk down the street. Ta-da! We're here, and where would here be? Obviously the beautiful looming skyscraper that I've seen before. I still have the memories. Oh, the memories. I looked up to inspect the tall building before us, looming over the darkness. I'm so sorry, guys. I can't help myself. I'm so excited. It's past midnight, so it's to be expected that most people living here will be asleep by now. Obviously, those little silly fucks, they don't know what the fuck's going on. Naturally, that also explains why barely any of the windows show any hints of light coming from inside. Considering why we're here, it only adds to the creepiness of the situation. After all, I've never been a fan of dark places. Well, I don't either. Then again, I do like walking at night. We know how this goes. That didn't change even when I got my feline features. Though it's because there is. You think that being able to see so much more clearly in the dark would make darkness less scary, wouldn't you? Well, yes, you would hope. But then again, like I said, listen, I've had this discussion on my own because I'm a fucking deranged lunatic. It would be nice to see everything, but obviously, what if you see a fucking demon in the shadow? See, instead of the shadows, now you see the mystical creature looming in the shadow. Very scary indeed. Trouble is, I hear so many little sounds that I couldn't make out before too, obviously because of Hans hearing. And since I'm not sure what all of them are, the dark's every bit as creepy as it was before. But then again, it's not darkness if you can see through the darkness. How is it, darling? I'm just saying, maybe even more so. Ooh, look at that. The light has lit. Hello there, my fluffy friends. I remember you. Hey, so here we are. Finally, a response. I just want to say, in advance, if you have not seen the original video, listen, obviously my memory is more pristine because my fucking video. Of course I'm gonna remember it. But if you have not watched the original video, the link is in the description. Listen, I'm not trying to shamelessly vlog, but I will. But I'm just saying, if you do not have not watched it, just in advance, right? Like many other games, I'm a bit autistic. Apologize for autistic. I'm not trying to use that as an insult. But again, I am. Listen, I'm a dick. I'm just saying, I'm a bit dumb with how this fucking gum. I'm not good with literature. Okay. So Kireen, I might stick back to my original analogy when I did the K and the A. That's kind of how I named them, but then again, maybe I'll try to say Kyrene. Listen, we'll see. Listen, I'm probably saying it right, but thinking, what if I'm saying wrong? I'm offending someone. I know it. Listen, finally, a response. I thought you were starting to give me the silent treatment again. Do you hate me? Well, it's a fault of mine, and one I'm not really proud of. Not yet. I tend to get lost in my own head sometimes. Hey, me too, darling. Listen, I understand. You're talking to yourself. You're a fucking lunatic. Well, quite often. Really. Thankfully, Kyrene is fairly used to it by now. She might be a little shit, so she spreads some. I mean, again, we can't really fuck. I mean, listen, we're gay. I mean, we could do it. Listen, I'm not gonna judge you two. You're probably young, minus us. I'm gonna get off the sauce. I swear. Kyrene, of all the buildings in the city, you just had to choose one which seems so super creepy. Are you gonna kill me? Oh, but you know, it could have been just any building. And why is that? Meeting the conditions and being less than 10 miles away from our homes. We can't be late for supper. Then again, I guess if we're coming back from the morning breakfast, are we really supposed to be outside? Or are you enjoying our walk in the fluffy snow together so much that you like to prat around aimlessly for an hour? Well, listen, I won't mind. I love walking, but then again, I guess imagine it be cold. But then again, if you have feline features, which I mean, I guess you don't really have fur, so it's probably not gonna be as warm, but I'm just saying, if you have fur-line features, you have a tail! Where's the fluff? Because I don't know about you, but I'm really starting to feel the cold. I see. Was that your plan? So I need you to warm me up after all? You could have said something. If you wanted to fuck, you should just let me know, Don. I do love you deep down inside. Quite a perceptive little shit, aren't you? I just stare at her, not really sure what to say. There's no winning with Kyrene when she gets all sly like this. You mean like a cat? As much as I hate to admit it, hate to admit it, it's one of the things I actually like about it. Oh yeah, I mean, I like sly little shit too. Little cunning little fucks that know what I'm up to. Then again, I mean, is it my fault being cunning? Listen, I'm just saying, why did I sign up for this again? Was it for love? Because you love me, of course! Ah, yes, thank you for reminding me of that questionable fact. Then again, is it really a fact? Say, do you get the feeling like someone is manipulating someone else for their advantage up here? Well, yes. I mean, then again, are we masking? Do we love to be stepped on? So many questions. No, just me. Me too, sister. I mean, I'm not saying I like her king, but I'm just saying, listen, I understand this is what's going on. I mean, I'm the one for driving. I'm driving this fucking car. Aw, come on. Don't be like that. You know, I'm happy you decide to come with me. I'll make it up for you. I promise. Hey, honey, gotta say, love the green eyes and the makeup and all. It's a little creepy. Do love your bow, though. I stare at her for a moment longer before I sign. I really can't argue with her. Not when she's staring at me like that. I had a silent crush on this girl for the longest time. You don't say. I never expected to one day find out that the attraction was mutual. Oh, I love at first sight. She feels the same. The fact that we managed to actually, well, you know, get together still feels so unreal sometimes. If it wasn't for the fact that the change would affect her too, fortunately, it would probably have never come to this. As much as I disliked it in the beginning, it makes me feel like an outcast among my former peers after all. Our shared experience allowed me to be for her, that be there for her when she needed it the most. Pity, you might say. It's a memory I always am gonna cherish, of that I am sure. Yes, I know. Pretty twisted, is not? But how could I not? Listen, the rhyming, I don't know if I'm doing that person. I love the lingo. Remembered it fondly when it brought us together. I breathed warmly on my hands, wrapped them together, and jammed them deep into my pockets. Again, the fur! If you had all the feeling features, you wouldn't be feeling cold right now. It's not much. Then again, I guess the fur can only protect you to so much degrees. It's not much, but hopefully it will keep some feeling in my fingertips. I, said it before, and I'll say it again. You get poked way too easy. You poke! How dare you, darling? Hey, hi, love the fang. You're doing all this because the bet was separately long. Fucking Sapo! What the fuck is that name? See, this is what I mean by the lingo. The word. Am I just stupid? Sap, aren't you? Oh, sure. That's one of the many reasons. But that's not the only one. I'm doing it because it's fun. Fun? Ah, yes, walking in the dark is the nicest. So fun, so riveting. Can't wait to get shanked. You've seen the forums. Not a single person out there ever said it was a good idea. Well, no shit, Sherlock. That's why she finds it fun. Come on. You're not about to tell me you honestly believe those. I mean, yes, people do lie on the internet. I'm not saying that's not a possibility. I might be lying, but listen, I'm just saying still, nevertheless. So you mean that you don't? Ah, silly little girl. We live in the real world. Well, actually, you live in a world of fiction, darling. I don't mean to shatter your mind. Spooky, scary skeleton don't just pop out of nowhere. I can't believe I can't believe you of all people are saying that strange, explicit things don't happen. Look at the ears, look at the tail. Are you really sure, doll? This is this and that is that. A tick is a tot and a dip is a dot. What is your fucking point? So you don't believe this will actually work? Remind me again. Why are we here? We are here to prove a point. Namely, that sap can suck it! Not me, obviously. I don't put the dick. I mean, then I do. Listen, the tip of the tongue, the tip of the dong. I honestly can't believe I let you drag me into this again! Calm yourself, Isha, Asha, hey, we suffered the cold for a while longer. Nothing happens and Saf owes me 50 bucks. 50 bucks? 50 bucks, I will treat us to a nice dinner together. That's not a lot of money, I gotta say. I mean, depending on the place you go. I mean, I guess if you go to a fast food restaurant, it will be quite the meal. And if you go to a store, I guess, to get meat, you are a feline now. I guess you're a cat, you love your fucking meat. So, I guess it is a lot in the grand scheme of things. I suppose a dinner with you is pretty good incentive, is it not? And maybe that'll be just the first base. See, I knew you'd come around for these sweet cheeks! That being said, wish me luck and all that jazz. I'll be right back. Weren't you not gonna go in? Listen, there's so many words. I'm skimming through them. I apologize. My dum-dum. Kyrene? Ooh, hey, honey. Again, I love comment. I love the style of this game. But I gotta say, the makeup, clown. Not trying to call you clown. Listen, you look a bit creepy. Obviously, you're beautiful. What am I talking about? I'm just a cunt. What? I'm the one who should be getting cold feet here, not you. Just, you remember all the rules, right? Stay safe. Okay? Asa-chan. It's not Japan. Don't you pull that shit. Be realistic about this. What's an elevator gonna do? Bite me? Well, in this game, probably. I don't fucking know. It's a horror game. That's all. I mean, horror visual. I don't know. It bends the line a little bit. You can always get stuck. Obviously, that's a realistic possibility. If anything, you could starve to death. I'll show you'll figure it out. Again, I imagine this is night. Assuming this place is not abandoned. I mean, thinking if it was abandoned, then, you know, the sense, but there's lights in the building, so it's clearly not abandoned. I'm just saying, if we get stuck in the building, someone in the morning will clearly come and rescue us. If not, I guess we're fucked. But that's obviously besides the point. Sorry. Now be sure to stay away from the buildings since we'll be breaking those majestic rules. Otherwise. Right. See you in a bit. And just like that, I stare at Kyrene! The fucking name. Approaches the building interest, presses one of the interacting buttons, and a moment later pushes the door open. How does she convince people to trust her so quickly? To let her into the building like that? Obviously, she's a manipulated little fuck. Again, what's the point of going in a bet? Usually, bets like this would be abandoned buildings. Clearly not abandoned. Especially she's saying words since she had to convince someone to let her in. So I don't get the point of the fucking bet. But then again, she's gone from my sight. Oh, what was me? My lover! A fake click as the door closed behind her! She might die. There's a feeling of uneasy pulling in my stomach. All this being a bad idea, really bad idea. Probably the worst we've had yet. Just screams in my head. It's not like I can really do much about it anyway. However, if I was to go after my girlfriend, my BTDF, my GF, saying I suddenly changed my mind, it would undoubtedly make her angry. But hey, listen, women, am I right? Just tell them to calm down. I'm sorry, I'm gonna shut up. My girlfriend, it still makes me all giddy just to think of her. Think of it that way. Sorry, think of her that way. But hell, we snuck out of our houses through the windows with our parents knowing just to go through with all this. If I had a problem with this whole crazy idea, I should have said something way earlier. Well, listen, it's never too late till she dies, and it's too late. It's too late now. Again, not unless she dies, and I guess, listen, your point is very valid, but still, I wrap my fingers around my phone and I pull it out of my pocket. Love your nails, darling. They're quite sharp. As I do so, I see the screen shows 013. Is this military time? Military time actually starting. So I should know. I know military time. Listen, I don't think it's military time. Even if it is, it's what? It's 12:13. 18, obviously. That makes no fucking sense. Am I dumb? It took us around an hour to walk here, and while I dreaded us even being here in the first place, I'm also not looking forward to walking all the way back, especially when it's bound to get colder as the night goes on. Perhaps we could use those $50 to get a ride home. Ah, yes, let's just waste the entire point. Let's make the entire point of this bed just fucking irrelevant. What a smart one you are, darling. Yeah, if only things worked out that way. Ooh, look at that. The cozy bench. A machine of ice with another sign. I turned around and started to walk towards a small park located in the middle of this godforsaken district. I don't know why part of it is a playground. I don't know, middle of the place so kids can play. I don't fucking know. Listen, but damn, does it really fucking matter? There can't be many kids here in the day, can there? Well, the matter. I mean, buildings, people gonna live here and stuff. Are none of these places apartment? Or are they just bustling with fucking adult men, fucking suits? But it is, and there's a slide as well as part of a swing. Well, that's nice for the little kitties. I'll most likely freeze my ass up if I sit on one. Okay, let's not then. Let's just fucking stand. What's the real fucking better alternative, darling? I still nonetheless decide to sit down on the nearest one. And just like that, the uneasy feeling of having entered, what was it again? Kyron called it aluminum space, obviously. She is so good with words sometimes. One of those places that feels just a tiny bit wrong. The feeling hits me. Anyway, making the hairs at the back of my neck stand up. Why are you here, Aisha? In a place you shouldn't be. Look at the barren wastelands. Even if it was day, I imagine not gonna be many kitties around playing in the fucking snow. Then again, they might be building snowmen, so what do I know? Obviously, a carrot for a dick, a carrot for a cock. Absent-mindedly, my gaze wanders. Something at the other side of the street catches my attention. Ah, yes, the only red light in sight. What are the odds? I wonder how it caught my fucking attention. Surely you're not gonna pay attention to the fucking burrows of the wasteland, the fucking goddamn darkness. Obviously, the red fucking light. What else are they gonna pick me? I happen to have a bit of change with me, and the idea of getting something hot to drink is suddenly a very alluring temptation. Could you stop? 0-14. Only a minute's passed and since Kyrene disappeared into the building, and I'm both surprised, but not really, I guess. I mean, you're not wrong, madame. It's been a fucking eternity for me because I'm fucking spending so much time talking my ass off. The feeling of time passing slower than usual is normal when you're obsessively waiting for something. Yeah, you're not wrong. School, I relate, darling. Even more so when said waiting is physically uncomfortable sometimes. Well, I mean, it depends. Do you have a fidget coin? Do you have a fucking Oreo that you can flick? I don't know. Regardless, I make my way towards the vending machine without a single thought. Oh yeah, the fucking Chan thing. I said earlier because the fucking, this is not Japan, but clearly with the fucking design of the machine, obviously gonna be Japan. That's why they say fucking Karine Chan, Asian Chan, whichever one fucking said it. To my relief, its glowing buttons do indeed hold the promise of a hot drink. I sighed again. Coffee! I think so. Nothing sounds better than a hot cup of coffee right now. I know, darling. I'm very had two. Would have a third, but my throat probably can't handle it. But still, madame, we do get along quite well. Not only will it help me survive, it's also bound to give me an energy boost. I don't know. I mean, then again, I guess coffee does give people energy boosts. Not me. It calms me down. I wish I could relate. Sadly, I can't. But still, one I could use for both waiting and the upcoming inevitable journey all the way back home. Well, that's good for you, honey. You probably could use it. Hello there, you creepy little cat. Is that really a good design? Kind of creeps me out. It costs a little more than I expected. My money. And I won't have enough to get a second can. Well, that's fine. I mean, do we really need one for our honey? Madame, she's probably gonna be mad. I don't know. So there goes the idea of treating Kyrene to a nice warm drink for the walk home. I guess I'll just treat myself. Or share it. Not my coffee! I will not do so. She'll survive, I guess. And it's her fault. Fuck her! So why should I care? The can feels warm and heavily in my hand. Carefully, I press the edge of the pool table with a nail so I can get my finger underneath. I'm always really careful with how I open cans. After all, breaking a nail can be quite dangerous. Might Wait, yeah. I actually do know that men don't typically grow nails. Shocker! What a surprise! But I actually do remember I can't really grow my nails too much because of work. It doesn't allow for it. But I remember back in high school, I really liked. I don't know why. I actually like having long thumbnails. I've said this before, but listen. I mean, before I probably said in the original video of this fucking game. But I love having long thumbnails. I don't know why. Listen, it's addiction. It's a habit. It's not addiction. Listen, I'm not fucking myself up now. Okay, get your mind out of the gutter. Listen, I like having long thumbnails. If I'm being honest, but I do know the feeling of breaking it. It is fucking annoying. I remember one time I was sitting in my what was it? Japanese. I was sitting in my Spanish class near the end of the year. I remember I actually like hit my shoe with it and just broke it. God, the feeling is not great. So I understand, especially with women as well, who naturally are gonna grow it out or put fake ones on. Probably not fun. A wicked smile. I shivered, trying to fight down the sudden memory of Kyrene torturously dragging her nails across the blackboard in my class. A wicked smile painted her lips as she's held my gaze. She's a freak in the sheets. How dare she? I wish you could somehow control these unwanted thoughts sometimes. I know, I get it too, but listen, the memories, they love to haunt me. Alas, my brain like to torture me. The smell of the beverage reaches my nose, grounding me back into reality. I take a small sip, instantly happy with the taste. Being able to drink anything warm feels like a godsend right now. I understand, madame. Are you sure you don't want to drink the fucking snow, though? Do you not want to feel colder? It seems you have some common sense for once. What are the odds? Satisfied as it is, at least momentarily, I make my way back to the playground, intending to sit back at the spot I took up before. Bye-bye, mystical machine with the coffee that I deem. I reached the swing and settled back down. As I glanced up again at the building, Karen slipped into a minute ago. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3! Is she dead? She hasn't contacted me. My blood suddenly runs cold. A sense of sudden panic swarms in my mind as I try to make up the sense of what I'm seeing. A building that's dead to the world. Are you sure it has light? In a sense of what I'm seeing, all pitch black, with none of its lights shining through the window anymore. Obviously, it's night, but then again, someone would clearly be there if they let her in. All the residents have gone to sleep in the meantime. Obviously, within the last 2 minutes of you turning your eyes closed, they disappeared. What are the odds? That's close and impossible. And I know it! A power outage? Maybe, but the machine! The light right there in front of us. I quickly turn around and look at the other buildings around me. All of those seem the same as when we arrived. Weird, with a bright window still present here and there. So surely that can't be it. If the power was cut off, it would affect the whole street, wouldn't it? Or even several streets. Well, listen, obviously there's just one power generator for this specific building. It fucking exploded! We didn't see it, but listen, I'm just saying. Almost spilling my drink, I hastily reached for my phone in my pocket. I'm a scholar, but damn! Are you alive? What? I blinked and closed my eyes for a moment. Turn that. Something must be wrong with my eyesight. Time couldn't have just gone backwards, could it? Well, then again, maybe. Obviously, there you go. It's been a long night. The coffee is clearly fucking with your sight. A small sense of relief floods me as I quickly open my eyes again. Silly me, it must have been a trick of the light before, obviously, or perhaps it was the system. I don't know. Perhaps there's something wrong with me. But hey, remembering what made me reach for my phone in the first place, I raised my hand to look at the building before me. Once more, only to see it was in its previous state. The lights are back, as if they were never gone to begin with. Imagine my name! Crazy! The unease in my stomach stays so. I know what I saw. I'm pretty sure I couldn't have just imagined. Imagine a broom, 18 of them. Listen, I'm sorry. It's been 5 minutes since Kyrene K went into the fucking building. Is that enough to ride through a bunch of floors? Wouldn't she be mad if I called her so soon? Listen, doesn't matter. Dwelling on it certainly feels stupid to me. Duh. I'll just be 100% safe and call her. If she mad, that's a fucking her problem, not a me problem. Okay, you can get over yourself, sister. But still, she called me just a couple hours ago to confirm our plans for tonight. Admittedly, her name is also there for the call before that, and the one before that. I have no friends, only her. Okay, I chat to her a lot. I want the fucker. I want the cheeks. So one more call now. Can't hurt. Right? I mean, again, if you don't want to be associated as a clean little bastard, listen, I understand. You love her. Listen, your friends, your girlfriends, you fuck. I don't care. I hit the right redial button. I should have expected the call wouldn't connect. Obviously, she's in the building. The signal's probably shit. If she's still inside the elevator, there probably isn't any reception in there, isn't? Well, probably wouldn't. I mean, I guess maybe on the metal. Is it normally reception in a fucking elevator? I imagine so. But then again, so what options does that leave me with? Going in after? Oh, waiting another 5 minutes. Well, listen, the cold is just so unbearable. I guess we'll just charge. Sometime later, I realized I spent so long just holding my can and fritting with Kyrene that my drink has gone from a nice hot can to, well, undrinkable. Listen, cold coffee is doable. Obviously, you don't want to drink cold in the fucking snow, so I get you. Some drinks are not meant to be just kind of warm, and this is one of them, unfortunately. Well, I mean, it depends on what type of coffee. Is it milk? Is it black? Is it creamer? I don't know. At least it kept my hands from freezing, I guess. Waste of money, if you ask me. 10 minutes pass. I feel only more cold and helpless. I'm glad you at least gave her the benefit the doubt. But why can't Kyrene just come out of the building now as if nothing has happened and laugh at me for worrying so much? Ah, she's playing a silly little prank. She hates me. I call her again for good measures. Hello, darling. Are you okay? I guess not. Obviously, she's playing a silly little prank. She fucking hates me. I'm not prepared for what I hear. Listen, obviously, you're just imagining a woman laughing at the end. What's that laughter? It sounds like fucking despair and crying, if you ask me. There's something about it that disturbs me to the very core. It's definitely not Kyrene's voice. Or is it? I don't know. You ask me. All of a sudden, realization hits me like a fucking train. Stop, the bets, everything. Now this, none of it could possibly be real. Obviously, we're dreaming. This is a nightmare. I'll wake up any second now. Maybe if I smack myself 10 times in a fucking dome. All of this has to be a prank arranged by my classmates. They hate me. Oh, well, Kyrene is on it too. Does she secretly hate me too? Is she not really love me? Oh, it's just a cruel joke. She wanted to do this to me. Was she? The image of her wicked smiling. I mean, whose face pops up in my mind again. Sorry, I'm dying. Confusion turns into anger. Before I knew it, I'm on my feet, already marching to the building. Determination playing inside of me. Well, at least we can stay inside the warm building with the lights, not in the creepy outside with the cold. There's an obstacle before I can get in though, as I obviously don't have a key to the entrance near the Kyrene. Listen, we press the button and say we want a fucky. They'll let us in, right? Right? What kind of excuse would be plausible at this time? I stab at the button, and I think Kyrene pressed, and then almost immediately regretted. What if I pressed the wrong button? What if no one answered? What if I pressed the right one? Some stupid sound when the other person asked who's there? What if anxiety? To my surprise, is a click from the intercom. Then a buzz as I'm let in without a single word being spoken. Huh? So Kyrene didn't have to sweet talk anyone? I mean, realistically speaking, unless you were a fucking mile behind her, you would have heard. So I'm just saying, maybe you're fucking deaf, didn't get your ears. You would have heard, I'm just saying. I try not to dwell on the unexpected invitation as I shrug it off as all luck. Obviously, just luck of the draw. I'm lucky today. As soon as the doors closed behind me, it occurred to me just how dark the inside of the building is. Kinda strange with all the illumination from the outside. I know it's the middle of the night, but I'm not sure whether such a complete lack of lights is normal. People live here, right? After all, there should be some signs of life. Obviously, buildings usually have at least a few lights on the inside, do not. Are they just dead? It's unsettling. Although it doesn't make me as nervous as it used to. The feline features and all. I know that my vision is going to adjust the darkness in a moment, letting me navigate the place so easily. I'm able to see a lot better in the dark after all. At least compared to before. Ah! A few flickers. Steps into the building. The lights flickered without a harsh buzz. But of course, I'm being such a fucking idiot. There's nothing to be scared of. There are automatic lights in here. They come on when people move. Totally original. They don't want to waste money on the fucking light bill. Maybe I'm the creepy one here. I don't fucking know. Hey, look at that. A lost and found. Maybe Kyrene's in there. She got lost and they put her in the hole. I don't fucking know. All that considered, feels like it takes longer for me to reach the end of the long hallway than it probably should have. It's a dangerous time to let your mind wander in a place nobody's saying would wanted wandering to. Of course, obviously. At least the building inside is noticeable warmer than the outdoors. I would hope it makes the whole situation slightly easier to bear. The next thing I knew, I stepped before the elevator door to the ground. I think she entered here. Also, wouldn't she go to... I mean, obviously, I guess you're not going to take the stairs. Really speaking, it would take a lot longer. But listen, I'm just saying, I'm not paranoia, but I'm going to trust the stairs. Then again, I like walking, so I guess it makes sense. With the sudden sensation of someone watching me. Who's there? I look behind me. Apparently I turned around. More panic exploded inside of me. At the automatic lights, it's the exact moment to cut out. What are the odds? But your vision! My first instinct is to get my phone out. Let it illuminate the sudden darkness of the corridor. And Bassett knows what else is inhabiting it. There's nothing. Obviously, not even a desk receptionist. Odd. Nothing that I'm able to see anyways. It's just an empty corridor or a row of closed doors along each side. Seemingly the same as when I first entered. There's nobody there. I don't feel any less on edge than when I turn back to the other direction, burying my back against the empty space, pressing the elevator button as quickly as I can find it. Distant sound of machinery started piercing the unnerving silence. Taking a deep breath, I try to calm myself. It feels like an eternity drags by as I wait for the thing to arrive. I'm just gonna save. Oh, freedom! The door finally opens before me, completely empty. Obviously, she's on another floor doing her investigation. I'm not sure whether I should be surprised or not. Part of me hoped it wouldn't have come to this, while another already expected for things to turn out like this. Obviously, what did you suspect, darling? At this point, I decide to do the only sensible thing that I can think of. Let me get stepping in the door, get into the elevator, sitting to the highest floor, then make my way down the stairs. Listen, why don't we just sit here? Pretty creepy, I'm not gonna lie. Then again, being on the highest floor away from any safety is also pretty creepy. So listen, regardless, this entire situation is unnerving, plus the outside will get shanked! All in the hope of something upon Kyrene possibly hiding from me on one of the floors. The building really that big? I mean, I guess it's a skyscraper. I don't manage to find her ever. Well, obviously, it's not gonna be that fucking easy, darling. The game just begun. Ooh, love the pre-track. A lot less creepy, thankfully. I checked every single floor as I proceeded downwards, but I don't see Kyrene anywhere. 0148. It's 1:48 p.m. Oh, we've got off the fucking zero. That made no sense. Zero's for 12, I guess, obviously. Calling her again is to no avail. Kyrene, where are you? This isn't funny anymore. I sent her a text saying this shit. Tired. She unusually, sorry, my fucking words, switch to the tongue, replies to me pretty quickly, but the seconds and the minutes tick by without any reply. I added a second message. Hello. I'm tired and cold. I'm going home. I'm convinced it's a prank. She's trying to poke me. I mean, that's the logical thing to assume, right? She's not dead. But then again, Kyrene says she didn't believe any of this ritual mumbo jumbo would work, right? Perhaps it's her present that I felt back in the corridor before. Oh, 2:23. Nothing's going by and the pretty music shies away. It's not an easy choice to make, but I eventually decided to leave and head back home by myself. Well, Kyrene, she doesn't arrive at class the next day. How odd. I'm gonna leave. Also, I'm saying this now. Please, love this game. Love, Tiny Bunny. Please, no point. I have enough of that fucking game. I would like if I didn't have to deal with it in this fucking game. I get a call from her parents during one of the breaks asking me if I know anything about a daughter's whereabouts. What do you mean? It's not what we fuck. I don't fucking know. Shut up, obviously. They apparently worked to find her missing from her room, and she hasn't answered the call either. What are the odds? I lie about knowing anything at all, because that's just the logical thing. Kyrene went missing? Are you sure? Are you sure this isn't really just another one of her stupid pranks? Well, I don't know. I don't really know her to be honest. I don't know her that well. Well, I probably know less than you do. Of course, you don't fuck her. Last time I talked to her, it was yesterday when we made the bet. Not with the eyes, a little creepy. Also, we're going to school with feline features. Will we not get injected with? I don't know. Listen, my thought on society. Are you going to look for her? I'm just saying. Listen, if people randomly change in society, let's be honest. I feel like the government is just going to take them and fucking experiment on them. So I feel like this isn't the realistic move to make. But what do I fucking know? It's a game after all. Why are you planning to come along, you little shit? Nah, too scared of ghosts. Well, I'm glad you're fucking reasonable about it. I mean, they're reasonable. I'm not scared of ghosts, but listen, I'm not saying I don't deny the possibility of them. Listen, I understand. You don't want to fuck with the ghosts. I get it, honey. You're scared. I'm scared too, but I'm still gonna do it anyway. My encounter with her comes next. And it's not an outcome I'm satisfied with. How dare she play it off as a little prank? She's fucking with me. Our mutual friend claimed they had no idea what happened to Kyrene either. Obviously, how would she fucking know? Unless she was in the building, you killer. When the case gets reported to police the next day, I actually start to believe them. Things are going way too far for a mere prank after all. Kyrene, just where the hell are you? Surely their elevator ritual couldn't have actually worked. Obviously, she ascended to heaven, but we went in it too, so that's clearly not the case. Oh, yes. Let's just go back here by myself. Listen, I understand, okay? These people are kids. They don't want to get in trouble. They don't want to take responsibility. I get it. You're young. You're not fully matured yet. But maybe somewhere in that thick fucking nog of yours, some common sense would kick in and you would tell the fucking cops. But obviously, the cops aren't gonna fucking do anything. They're unreliable. They're just gonna stare at the building back. Well, she's dead! I'm just saying, could you not at least try? Maybe I'm just a fucking lunatic. I don't know. I'm being silly. I'm cuckoo in the fucking nuke. I don't fucking know. I find myself standing once again in the lobby of that cursed building that night. Late that night. Sorry. I'm honestly not eager to find out whether this whole elevator game actually works or not. Well, it's the name of the game, so it's gonna fucking work, obviously. With Catgirls too. The idea that it might not be just something completely made up chills me to my kitty bones. But any rational thought is an afterthought at this point. Obviously, it's a fucking illusion. It's not real. We've already done it. The deed has been done. Two things have driven me into this madness. Is there a ticking going somewhere? A clock? One of them being the need to find Kyrene. Obviously, we're gonna do it ourselves. The cops aren't gonna do anything. Obviously, they're not gonna do anything if you don't give them the fucking knowledge. The second is me feeling like I'm partially responsible for her disappearance. Well, is it really you? Is it not as Sap? Sorry, the one who made the bet. I agreed to this, unfortunately. And if you didn't, guess what? She probably will still have gone on her fucking own. So, does it really matter? I was picking up my Oreo, my fidget coin. I'm sorry. It was her idea, but I joined her on it. I didn't stop this whole foolish thing. Well, I feel like she probably wouldn't listen to this anyway, because it's fun. It's fun to have. We're both so utterly ignorant. If the ritual indeed worked, Kyrene could have ended up stuck somewhere. For all I know, I might currently be the only person who can actually help her. Because of course, no one else is capable. So I just won't tell anyone. I won't even give them the opportunity to try. I'll just do it myself. I have to do that before it's too late. That's such the smartest fucking thing to do, isn't it, honey? Deep breaths, Aisha. Very deep breaths. I don't feel comfortable about this entire scenario to begin with, if I'm being honest. With a shaky hand, I press the button to call down the elevator once more. Been trying to memorize all the rules for this silly little game for what feels like forever, but I don't really trust myself to remember it all at once. Things get a little stressful sometimes, you know, my anxiety. Supposedly, this whole thing can screw with your mind in ways you wouldn't have expected. Time moving backwards, the lights flickering on and off. Hence why I came prepared and wrote the steps down in case I forgot. Not like you have a phone. Both on my phone and a piece of paper. Thank fucking Christ. I also brought a backpack with some essentials with me. Some food in case I get lost in the sauce. You know. Food among other things. I thought I was such a genius. Kyrene's been gone for a long time. The math speaks for stuff. She's probably dead. It's not just any food either. It's some of her favorite snacks. She'll be so happy when I get her back. But my thoughts get interrupted by the sounds of the door sliding open. Sorry, revealing the small compartment before me again. Take a step into the elevator. Right! I'm here now. On the first floor, obviously the base of the ground. Alone. It's quiet, eerily. So, not even attempting to do this ritual would be the smartest thing to do. Honestly, yeah, get the fucking cops involved. Let them sacrifice their life. I mean, then again, that's mean, but listen, I'm just saying the authorities. Hopefully they take out the scenarios, but again, never trust the authorities. I've read about it online. I've read a lot. I did as much research as I possibly could in the small time frame I had. I didn't find a single person that encountered anything to try it out for themselves. Encouraged! Sorry. Taking a deep breath. turn to stare at the button panel. Before me, clicking all the buttons. Gonna take 9, 10, take me everywhere! I'll find her eventually. But before I decide to go any further, I want to go over the rules in my mind at least one time. Obviously, just to tell, me, the player of the game, how it works. From the beginning to the end, just to make absolutely sure I remember them all. Elevator to another world. That's the name of the game. Well, the name of the game is technically the elevator game with Catgirls. I'm just saying. Only one person can play it at a time. The ritual needs to be performed in the building that's at least 10 story high. And it has to have at least one elevator in it. Well, I imagine so. As for the instructions themselves, read them. Well, I mean, Skim, we're running out of time. Listen, we have plenty of time. Let's just read them. What's the worst that could happen? Let's be safe. Instructions for the way there. 1. In your chosen building, get into the elevator on the first floor by yourself. If anyone else is in it or gets in it, the elevator with you does not proceed. So push them! That's simple enough and already done. Obviously, then there's an order to the button I should press, which is straightforward enough, obviously. 2. Press the button from the 4th floor. When the elevator reaches the 4th floor, do not get out. You'll die. Stay in the elevator and press the button to the 2nd floor. When the elevator reaches the 2nd floor, do not get out. Stay in the elevator and press the button to the 6th floor. When the elevator reaches the 6th floor, do not get out. Stay in the elevator and press the button for the 2nd floor again. So 2, 4, 6, 2. I think that's the rhythm of the bow, right? When the elevator reaches the 2nd floor, do not get out. Obviously, listen, there's a sign. Don't get out. Just don't get out. What are the odds? Stay in the elevator and press the button to the 10th floor. Some I reported hearing a voice calling to them during this point in the ritual. They probably die. You're not supposed to reply. Obviously, that'd be too fucking logical. You're not supposed to answer in any way. You're supposed to sit there silently as you get your fucking throat slit when the elevator reaches the 10th floor. Do not get out. Stay in the elevator and press the button for the 5th time. Obviously, how many fucking times are we gonna do this? Now, here's the tricky part. Remember, listen closely, kiddies, adults, whatever the fuck your age is. Some people have reported that a woman may enter the elevator at this time. She appears to be a stranger, sexy maybe, who wishes to engage with you. However, she may also appear as someone you know. It's important to not acknowledge her in any way. No talking, no looking. The elevator button. If the elevator is reflective, you're supposed to stare at the floor or buttons only. Thankfully, there are no mirrors in this one. So I'll just close my eyes and wait for it to go. Press the button to the 1st floor. So we go to 4, then 2, then 6, then 2, then 10, then 5, and then finally 1. The logical thing would be to write this down and double check, but listen, I'm gonna assume that my brain's just so massive that I could just never get it wrong because my cock is so big, so I'll just remember it myself, my memory. Now, 2 things can happen. It's important to pay attention. Close eyes, kitties, close eyes. You're fucking adults, I'm sorry. If the elevator starts to ascend to the 10th floor instead of the 1st, it means the ritual actually worked. You're dead! What are the odds? If it starts ascending to the 1st floor, like instructed by the button, instead, it means something has done very wrong and the ritual has failed. You're fucked too! What are the odds? The minute it begins, you can't leave. In this case, you get out of the elevator on that floor immediately. Or stay in if you want. If the woman is there, you should remember not to acknowledge her. Don't talk. Don't open the sweet, tight little fucking lips of yours. If you reach the 10th floor, you can choose to leave or stay on the floor. Your last chance of salvation. Someone reported that if you attempt to leave, the woman may try to engage you one last time. Don't look at her. Don't touch her. She'll poke you back. She may raise her voice, shriek at you, or ask you a simple question. Keep your wits about you and do not engage with her, even out of fear. Don't talk. Don't look. Don't walk. There's only one way to know whether you have reached the other world for sure. You will know because you will be the only person there by yourself. Alone. Alone, alone, alone. I'm not sure what to make of the last part considering why I decided to play this game in the first place. If I'm to find Kyrene, that means I can't reach the other world the right way, right? Either way, I simplified these rules and saved them on my phone in case I need a reminder. Obviously, in case I'm a fucking dumbass. Here's all it is. Oh, I was right. Yeah, 1, 4, 2. I mean, do you really need to remember the first 4? 1, 4, 2, 6, 2, 10, 5. Oh, I forgot the 1 floor, so we would have been fucked if I did. Okay, it's a good thing I looked at this. Well, I guess I will look. Oh, do I actually really? People are reported that playing the elevator game might get messy your head. Listen, I'm just saying, those F buttons, I'm not gonna press them. Obviously, that's floor, but listen, I don't know if that's saying to press the F on the keyboard. What if it closes my game, F4? Listen, I'm not gonna do that. Is it all 4, not F4? Sorry, listen, dumb. Play as it is fucking gum. People report that playing the elevator game might mess with your head, make you go crazy, make you feel disoriented. So I'm not about to take any chances. I have it all in a piece of paper in my pocket too, and my phone gets fucked. I've watched too many movies to be foolish enough to put all my trust in something that can be broken. But well, listen, I'm just saying, you have a point. A bag. Ooh, look at that. All the stuff written on the paper. Someone described the other world as dark, but otherwise exactly like your home world. There may be a red cross in the sky. Electrons often do not work on the other side. Oh, that's why you want the piece of paper. I'm glad you know all that. Examine everything. Wrong elevator. Well, this is a lot of great information. I guess I'll just start the game. As I put away my phone and notes, after double checking, triple checking as well, a chilling realization hits me. The floor I'm on, descending to the elevator, isn't the first floor. It's floor 0. And there's a negative floor as well. Needless to say, this places me in a predicament before I even really started. Do I assume the game means the ground floor by referring to the first floor, or is the assumption wrong and I should consider floor 0 as being the wrong floor? What would Kyrene have assumed for this map? Well, I don't know. She'll probably follow the instructions. She'll say fucking and just go to the top. I don't know, darling. Fucking know her. Proceed as is. Abort! Run! I'm just saying, listen, leaving the building and coming back isn't realistically gonna change shit. It's still gonna be the floor. Listen, we'll just proceed as is. We'll go to the first floor. Obviously. I'm just gonna save in case. Proceed as is. I get the feeling Kyrene didn't notice this detail. What if she got stuck somewhere precisely because of this? And in case you really didn't notice, does this mean I'll be able to follow her to whatever she is if I follow the rules accordingly from this point towards? There's only one way to find. Okay, let's go over this again. I'm on the first floor. Four is next. Well, you're not on the first one, but listen, I get. Maybe I should have. Maybe I should have actually redid the fucking building. I'll just go the. Oh, that's what she said! I'm just following what the game told me, so... It's not my fault if I die. Okay, dear fucking Christ. Then floor 2. Going up, and now we're going back down. Oh, look at that, a pretty treat. Then floor 6. Then floor 2 again. God, I gotta say, right? The environment, this entire situation is just so creepy. Opening doors. What if something changes and I don't pay attention because my fucking memory is so fucking bleak? It's so dead in the water. Thinking my massive ego. We now go to 10, 5, and 1. Correct? Hey, I remember my pretty little numbers. I mean, I was top of my class. I was top of class. I was actually top 10% of my class. So technically in the top 10, but then again, I took AP. I didn't go to college, so I wasted my fucking time. Listen, I'm just saying, sometimes you gotta go with the flow. You know what I mean? Probably not. I mean, I did waste money on AP tests, even though I knew for a fact I didn't want to go to college. Listen, I just wanted to enjoy school to the most of it before I dippity-dip the fuck out. You catch my drip, floor 5. But listen, obviously, that is how it is. We all learn. We all go with the mojo, the wojo. Listen, I am just creating bullshit because I'm a little scared, okay? Nothing wrong with being scared. Acknowledging your weaknesses. That's where you begin to improve on yourself. Oh, it's just a curtain. And finally, floor 1. You said on -1. Floor 1. Okay. Since the elevator descended back to the exact floor I directed it to, it means the ritual didn't go according to plans, meaning that it's failed. Woe is me! I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. I didn't notice Kyrene anywhere either. So it's likely that I started off in the wrong floor after all. Silly me. I guess I should be glad it's so late at night and the habits of the ability don't really have much of a reason to use the elevator and wonder what the kind of all balls want to go up and down like a fucking yo-yo! Either way, I gave it a try. I have my answer now. I believe it's my cue to leave the godforsaken building. I should re-enter the elevator from the first floor. And nothing wrong will sure happen. obviously, I'm just gonna sit here and meditate in the cold fucking snow. Just to be on the safe side, I make my way towards the playground. I double check. There should be enough distance between myself and the building to reset the game, right? My phone display is now showing. Obviously, we're not just gonna give up. We're gonna do it again. Oh, hello, friend. I'm about to make my way back to the building when the intention of pressing one of the intercom button when I suddenly notice someone walking down the street. Hello there, friend. You look like a doctor. Not to draw attention to myself, I hunch down my shoulders to remain frozen in place, listening to the footsteps that kept getting louder and louder. They'd say it would be a red X, not a white X, but also it would be in the sky, but I'm just saying, look, an X, so it might have happened, you don't know. Oh, look at that, he also has pointy ears in his hat. What are the odds? He's a fucking cat! The person makes his way past me, doesn't know it's me, I'm too fucking irrelevant. And for a moment, I feel relieved. Before I realize he's heading back to the same building entrance I was about to head to. What are the odds? I guess we're gonna go the same way. Perhaps he lives there. I mean, it is a building, inhabited, not abandoned. Otherwise, it wouldn't have any power. Who are you, Missy? Well, thank you. I was actually gonna come to you. Listen, I'm a bit of an introvert, you know. Social distance, you know what I mean? He's probably gonna ask me a question. No, if I actually live in this fucking building, which I don't know, it's a fucking game. Thank you for opening the door. Oh! Do you live? You just had to go ahead and make small talk. No! No, I don't live here. I just came to visit a friend, obviously. A friend? Is that so? Must be a very important friend when you come to visit him so late in the night. Please, just go, go! Have we met before? Well, to my knowledge, definitely not. I need to go. Listen, I don't actually care, my friend. Anyway, I'm actually gonna leave. Listen, it was a funny break. I'm just going to go. Yes, sorry, don't mind me. Just be sure to take the stairs. The elevator's been malfunctioning a lot lately. Oh, is that so? I wait for the stranger to go in the building. My anxiety has finally calmed down and watch him intently as he makes his way towards one of the hallways. All things considered, he seemed like a decent guy. Maybe, I don't know, he didn't want to fuck me. He's not a creep in the sheets. That's good. But for all I know, he might be some kind of creep in the sheets. And besides, I can't enter the building for the people if I want to follow the rules. I guess we'll call it a night. I guess not. Oh, you have to go to the first floor via the stairs. That makes so much more sense. Because you have to start on the first floor. That makes, all right, let's get into try. I guess that does make sense. The elevator's obviously gonna start at ground floor, but that's the weird thing, right? I always assume ground floor is the first floor, because what else would it fucking be? I guess that makes right. Right, let's give this one more try. Well, I guess we'll go to floor 4 in the next video. Can I do it the rabbit? Listen, guys, I apologize. I actually really do want to keep playing, guys. I really do want to play. I'm not gonna lie. I want to keep playing, but sadly, at the end of the episode, I am running out of time, unfortunately. So, but holy shit, guys. God, I love this game. I know nothing has realistically happened. It's just been a lot of back and forth, back and forth. Let's save in case our file gets corrupted. I don't know. I know nothing has realistically happened. It's just been back and forth, back and forth. But God, man, I love this game. I have been so excited to come back to this game for a long time because I know I get it. It's probably annoying just playing visual novel after visual novel. I get it. It could be a little repetitive, but still, it's like I love visual novels so much. I really do, especially unique ones, right? Like I don't know how good the story is. The story might be shit. I don't fucking know. I don't mean to shit on the chest. Oh, shit in your sink. But listen, I'm just saying, I love this art style. The art style for this game is so unique. It's why I liked Hypeback so much way back in the day when I played that, because it had such a unique style. Same for Tiny Bunny, right? I love visual novels that not only have a cool story, but all in a cool premise. But I love games that just have such a cool, unique twist of the, not really genre, but just a unique style, I guess to say. The cardboard aesthetic is really nice. The music is great. I'm gonna be honest, I'm still pissed. I'm still not pissed. I'm still mad they got rid of the original OST or OST. I think they said, the developers themselves said, I don't know how much of the original they made. I think they took some of it. I don't know. Listen, don't take my word for it. I don't know fuck shit. But going off of some of the developers' notes, because because I also been keeping track of this game. I actually kickstarted it, funny enough. I am one of the backers. You might find me in the credits. I don't know, not really special, but I'm saying, I remember the developers saying something about the music. They wanted, like, I don't know if they made it themselves or nothing, but they wanted to make a better soundtrack, so they got rid of a lot of the old OSTs they had in the demo, which is sad because the original track that played when you're outside was just so good, and they got rid of it. How dare you? I will remember this. But listen, guys, I'm gonna cut. I'm gonna cut the bullshit. Okay, enough of the bullshit. I really want to keep playing, but I do have to wrap up the video. I have been going at this for a minute. Dear fucking Christ. Let me know down below what you think of this game, and just let me know if you're excited to keep playing. Keep playing. Watch me. You love me, don't you? You'll stay. Then again, you can listen. I'm a boring you too. Listen, I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna go. Without further ado, my name is, of course, as always, Magic18, and hopefully I see you lovely fucks, you quacking ducks, in the next one. Bye-bye. Ta-ta. You know, have a good time and listen. Fellas, ladies and gents, if you for some reason pull a funny little prank, do a funny little bet in the goddamn fucking darkness of 9, and a friend goes missing, don't be a pussy. Listen, not really pussy, I guess coward fear. I mean, I guess in some ways he's being pussy. Listen, I'm just saying, if something goes missing, a friend goes missing, maybe just tell the officers of the law. Don't keep it to yourself unless you murder someone, then do it. But then again, you shouldn't be doing it anyway, because that's fucking legal. That's fucking, listen, that's a crime. I'm just saying, listen, guys, just tell the officer of law. Tell someone. Don't just say fuck it. I'll just do it by myself, because that's just so fucking illogical. I'll just kill myself trying to find my friend, so I'm not gonna have anyone fucking help me. I'm a fucking psycho. But listen, guys, I'm gonna shut up, okay? I'm gonna go. Bye-bye and a fun time. Dear fucking Christ.